Yo, what's going on, guys? We are here with my what to expect for my Minnesota Timberwolves preview and predictions for the 2022-23 season. And before we start today's video, of course, as always, guys, I got one thing to ask you. Well, a couple things to ask you. I want you guys to go in the comment section right now. What is going to be their record? I think this is going to be a top 3 seed in the West. Yes, it's deep, but I will admit, I think the troubles are more in playoff basketball than regular season. I think this is a team that's probably going to be one of the best defensive teams. Chris Finch is a goddamn genius. Coached all over the world. Nick Nurse, every time he coached in a different country, his main rival was always Chris Finch. That's why he made him his lead assistant when he became the Raptors head coach, and that's why Timberwolves wanted him. Karl-Anthony Towns-Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, D'Lo. I like this team a lot. I want to hear your thoughts. What will be the record? Out of, the start... Excluding the starting lineup, who do you think is going to be their X factor? I really like Jaden McDaniels. Really love Jaden McDaniels. Think he's going to be our Swiss Army knife. Then, last thing is, where do you think this team is? I see this team's going to make it deep in the playoffs. I can't, as a Timberwolves fan, I don't want to jinx anything. Just deep playoff run. And let's get right in the video. Like and subscribe for over 150 videos a month. Let's talk about it. So first up, we have to get this out of the way. The team's current roster is Kyle Anderson, PJ Dozier, Anthony Edwards, CJ Ellaby, Bryn Forbes, Luka Garza, Rudy Gobert, Nathan Knight, AJ Lawson on a two-way, Jaden McDaniels, Jordan McLaughlin, Josh Minot, Wendell Moore Jr., Jalen Noel, Eric Pascal on a two-way, Taurean Prince, Naz Reid, Austin Rivers, D'Lo, and Karl-Anthony Towns as well. Tim Conley, shout out Towson, Catholic. He's from Maryland, same area, literally from Baltimore County, literally same area as me. So I love Tim Conley. And the team currently has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20 players, which means in 2-on-2 ways. So they have to cut 3 guys, and this is hard to think about who they're going to cut. But I think the 3 guys that they're probably going to cut are Luka Garza, CJ Ellaby, and that's the last guy that they cut is hard. I really want PJ Dozier to make the team, and for me, you gotta think of the positions that they're really deep at, and I think Luka Garza, CJ Ellaby are guaranteed to be cut. And maybe Nathan Knight. They did give Nathan Knight a 2-year deal, so it could be PJ Dozier, the guy they cut, because I think Austin Rivers is safe and Bryn Forbes is safe. So sadly, PJ Dozier might not make the team, so it's probably going to be CJ Ellaby and Luka Garza. If PJ Dozier isn't cut, it's probably because they cut Nathan Knight. Now let's talk about the rest of the team. Will Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert working on defense? Because obviously on offense, Gobert's center, Karl-Anthony Towns the power forward. And the Timberwolves are going supersized in the front court. And the fit on offense is easy to see. Gobert is going to be the screen-setting lob threat, complementing Karl-Anthony Towns' 3-level scoring. But the defense is where it's going to be weird, because Towns is going from center position to power forward, and how the Wolves hold up against small ball lineups filled with passing and shooting is something we're going to have to watch, because Towns has done this before and will be playing much more of this role than he ever has before. If he can keep it up with the smaller fours out there, then the Wolves are in great shape. And look, Karl-Anthony Towns is a guy that I love, okay? And also, I think the starting lineup, personally, right now, if I had to think what the starting lineup, I think the starting lineup should be D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, with the 6th man being Jalen Noel. And then you have a combination of Kyle Anderson, and probably the primary backup center is probably going to be Naz Reid, Kyle Anderson, Naz Reid. Then my question is, then Taurean Prince is probably going to be back. Jaden McDaniels and Taurean Prince are going to be the wings. Kyle Anderson probably going to be backed up by, that's where it gets at Taurean Prince too, because like Taurean Prince, Kyle Anderson, and Jaden McDaniels are going to be on a rotation, and Kyle Anderson will back up, Karl-Anthony Towns. But then at center, it's going to be Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, and Karl-Anthony Towns sometimes when Gobert's off the floor. And then I think the guard rotation is easier. It's going to be D'Lo and Edwards. Edwards shooting guard, D'Lo point guard. Jordan McLaughlin is the backup point guard. And then behind Edwards, you're going to have Austin Rivers, Bryn Forbes, and Jalen Noel. Noel is the 6th man because he's shown he can be a scoring. And then Rivers for some defense and Bryn Forbes for some shooting. And then, Jaden McDaniels is the Swiss Army knife. Taurean Prince is the 3-and-D guy. Kyle Anderson's the defense guy. And right there, when you look at this team, I think you got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 10 guys that you could say this is like a deep rotation, because with Taurean Prince, Kyle Anderson, Jaden McDaniels, Austin Rivers, Bryn Forbes, Jalen Noel, and Naz Reid. Those are, 7 guys right there. And then you throw in Edwards, Gobert, Towns, and D'Lo. That's like 11 guys. This team's 11 deep. And I think that's something people aren't realizing, how truly deep this team actually is. And I think it's something fantastic to watch, and something that's going to work out for their benefit in the long term really well. And I think this is a team that probably is going to be the best team in my opinion, in the entire Western Conference. Like, could have a chance to be one of the best records. And then you have the other fact that our guy, look, this is just, I think it's just incredible to see what this team has been able to do, and just like in the offseason getting all these players. I think Jalen Noel is showing that he's easily going to be the sixth man. He's going to be a guy who's just going to light stuff up. And I love it. I love that idea. And I think it's something that people need to understand, is this is a team that has the potential to be really just phenomenal defensively, and that can carry them far. Obviously, the perimeter defense in the playoffs is where people are going to start to have room for concern. And I understand that, okay? That's not actually something, to laugh at or sneeze at. And for me, I think just watching this team grow with the way that we know that they could grow is something that's going to be really fun. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Are you guys on the same page with me about the Minnesota Timberwolves, or are you guys not as excited as I am? Because I do believe this is a team that has the possibility to be one of, if not, one of the better teams we've seen in a long time for Minnesota, and take us far into the promised land, which is what I think everybody wants. If you don't want that, then you're not a true Timberwolves fan, okay? Because T-Wolves fan, we just want success. All right, it's been so freaking long, it feels like, since we've seen success, since we've tasted it. And I can tell you that's all a T-Wolves fan can ask for, is let's go get ourselves a championship. Yeah, I can't say, I'd be lying if that's not what every T-Wolves wants. We just want a championship, guys. And we're not asking for much, really. Like, I'm not trying to make a joke or anything. Like, when we've had, having hope for the first time in, what feels like forever is just such a nice feeling. And something that T-Wolves fans, I feel like, can agree that we've been just, we just haven't had. And it just sucks, okay? Sucks that it's something that feels like it hasn't came. So, like, it's a wrap.